Hi, Russell Cummings here. Just wanted to talk to you about social media and how you can leverage that into your business. Now, social media is one of these things that's the buzzword. Everybody says you have to be in it, you have to be doing it, and whatever. I'm not necessarily a great believer in that. I think, like all marketing, it needs to be focused on a target market. You need to be using the social media platforms that your target market uses. And if they're not on Pinterest, then don't use Pinterest. If they're not on Facebook looking for business solutions on Facebook, then don't use Facebook. Find something else. So let's just talk quickly about it. There's some great stuff from Google called the Zero Moment of Truth. And this is a video and a book that put things into context for me. And it's made me start to understand how marketing has changed. So just type ZMOT into Google and you'll come up with a heap of videos. You'll come up with some ebooks, some really good stuff that will just focus you and your attention on how social media has impacted. So basically what it's saying is that in the past there was a stimulus, which was normally some sort of advertising. Then we raced out to the shop to buy that. The first moment of truth came when we got to the shelf and we actually looked at the product and we made that decision on whether we're going to buy it or not. The second moment of truth was when we got it back to our home or our business and we experienced the product and did it live up to our expectations. Well, the research has shown that there's now what they call the zero moment of truth. And that's before people buy, they go online and do their research. And this is where social media and all these sorts of tools come into play in a big way. And it puts social media into context for me in terms of business. So look at the Google stuff. Now, in terms of social media, I guess the steps that we'd encourage you to do is understand your clear target market and your niche. So what's your niche? Understand what they look for, where they go, where they hang out, and how they use social media. For argument's sake, if your clients are not using social media like Facebook for business, then don't use Facebook. Okay, if they see it as a personal thing or it's not the sort of place they go to conduct business things, then don't use Facebook. You might find LinkedIn or Twitter is more appropriate. Okay, so understand your target market and get to understand them and how they're using social media. And Google's your friend here. All right. The second thing is it's about developing really good content. So the first thing you need to do is have a website, and there's no excuse anymore for not having a website for your business. For about $300 you can actually build one or have a contractor build one for you using WordPress templates and other things. So go to my strategic business development blog, sbdbusiness.com.au, and you'll find an article on how to create a simple website. So there's no excuse for not building a website for your business. It's often the place that people will go to first to check you out before they pick up the phone to call you, and where they go to verify that you actually exist. So take the time to develop a simple website. It doesn't have to be complex, it just needs to look good. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. A component of your website is what they call a blog. So a blog is just a series of short newsletter articles, if you like, in a log format. And so what you can do is use your blog to talk about your product or your service and become a thought leader. So it's about thinking about what stuff that my target market will be interested in that will demonstrate how I can be a thought leader. And if you watched any of James Atkins's videos on marketing sweet spots, you'd know that one of the key things that needs to be digestible. And here's how the blog and the other sort of content, YouTube, can really help you. Now, a large proportion of the information now consumed on the internet is via video, particularly through mediums such as YouTube or platforms such as YouTube. It's really simple to develop a video. I mean, I'm doing it right now with just some simple software, PowerPoint and a microphone. So really simple to do. You can use your smartphone or your iPad or whatever it is you happen to use, your laptop or whatever, to take really simple videos and put them up there that demonstrate you and your business in I guess the right light. So use those content rich channels like YouTube and your blog and stuff to help you build credibility around your business. Distributing the content. Twitter is an interesting medium, and I find that as a distribution medium it's really quite good. So I personally don't get why people will use Twitter as much. For me, it's much more difficult medium to carry on a conversation with a group of people in. But plenty of people do use Twitter, and more business people are using Twitter as a preferred mechanism for broadcasting content to people. A great tool is called Hootsuite, shown here, and it's a great tool that allows you to post to multiple social media platforms at once. So you can use Hootsuite to post to Twitter, LinkedIn, Google Plus, and Facebook, all from the one place. So one click of a button, you can do those. You can schedule posts in it. It's a really powerful program. It's free for most people, so check out Hootsuite. Even the premium version is really quite cheap. And the last one is connect to your target market. So, you've got some great content. You can use mechanisms like Twitter and Hootsuite to help you distribute that. But then you need to connect to the target market with the platform where your target market hangs out. Now, the three examples we've got here are LinkedIn. So LinkedIn for me is very much about business-to-business contact. And I find people are open to business opportunities. And here you will find customers, clients, suppliers, centers of influence, and your peers often here. And LinkedIn has more professionals on it than any other social media in Australia. So look at LinkedIn. Google Plus is a new one. The good thing about using things on Google Plus is it lifts your search engine optimization or your ranking on Google. If you're using, Google Plus, YouTube, then you're actually going to get your SEO higher and your website will rate higher. So if that's important to you, you might want to use Google Plus. But it also depends on where your target market is hanging out. And then the last one is Facebook, and everybody wants to run to Facebook. I would caution you about that unless that's where your target market hangs out. But ideally, once you understand your target market, they could be on Pinterest or Snapchat or any of the other social media platforms. Or maybe they go to review sites for electronic devices. I don't know. But you might find them if you look at others. And there are plenty of small, focused social media platforms that are focused around industries or issues or particular age groups that you may want to be involved in. Okay, so that's our simple social media strategy. Social media is really part of your overall marketing strategy. The key thing with it is that it's about a dialogue. So it's about having a two-way conversation, whereas our traditional marketing is all broadcast. Well, social media allows you not only to broadcast, but also to have a dialogue with people backwards and forwards and a conversation around topics of interest. So take the time to understand how you can apply social media in your business to improve your marketing. All right, I hope that made some sense. Talk to you again soon.